Well, hey there, fabulous photographers and entrepreneurs. Today, we're talking all about what is working with IGTV. So, for those of you who have been following us here on KM Rapids Photography, you know last week Instagram rolled out a brand new companion platform. I'm so excited about this. It is called IGTV. And within IGTV, we are focused on vertical, longer length videos, which we're really very excited about. It's a brand new platform. It is a separate app from Instagram. And if you have not seen info on IGTV, make sure you watch our previous broadcast all about IGTV. We also brought you last week Tutorial Tuesday, which was all about how to post on IGTV from your desktop, which I have learned is a much better idea than posting from your phone for several reasons we're going to chat about today. We're going to talk all about what is working with IGTV. I've been taking the last week to test this, and I want you guys to be using this within your photography brand as well. We know this is so important because Instagram is taking over the world, just like Facebook. We know Facebook owns Instagram, so the two of them together are doing really great things. And this is going to be the best thing you can do for your business on social media right now. Now, IGTV is something that is not used a lot yet because it is brand new. And so if you are using it right now, that means people are going to see your videos because everybody's checking out IGTV, but not a lot of people are using it. It is an undersaturated market right now, which means you have the advantage here. So if you create something that's even semi-interesting to people, they will check you out. And if you create something that's really interesting, you will retain them for a very long time. So let's talk about what is working in IGTV right now. One of the things that I have found is that curated videos do way better than just not curated videos. I don't know how to put that exactly, but curated videos do much better. So if it looks professional, if it looks like you took the time and effort to create it, it is going to work better for you. You want to make sure that you are doing something that looks intentional. So yeah, it's cool if you just set up your phone and you film a little video and you put it up there, but that's just kind of you talking. If you have overlays, or if you have different sections within this video, or you kind of do other things, you turn it into an actual show, that is going to work so much better for you. And I was a little vague right there because a lot of what goes into curated videos is what we're going to be talking about here today. So stick with me because we are going to be talking about what goes into those curated videos and how to make them look higher end, even if it's something you're filming on your phone. A lot of what I have posted on IGTV so far has been filmed from my phone because it's easier to do the vertical video that way. It's easier to do it, and you can still make it look professional. And when people see that, you see it's a little more curated, they're going to jump in and use those or view those over something that just looks like you just kind of randomly filmed it and tossed it up. This is not live TV, remember? There's a very big difference. People will watch you live, and it can look one way, and that's totally fine. There's a huge difference between what I do here on my Facebook page with all of my cool stuff down here and what I do over on Instagram live. Very big difference, but people will totally be okay with that over on Instagram Live, assuming it's live. They are watching a replay of a live broadcast. However, IGTV is different in that it needs to be higher end, it needs to be more intentional, it needs to go more with your branding. So what goes into that curated video? Well, I've noticed that videos that use B-roll actually do really well over on IGTV. And that again is because it makes it look more curated and more intentional. So we know as photographers, B-roll is that secondary film that you are getting. So let's say you're doing behind the scenes info about your photo shoot and you are here talking about your photo shoot, what it looks like. Your B-roll would then be the behind the scenes footage from a photo shoot, which could be you styling your model or you photographing your model. It could be picking out wardrobe, or it could be looking at their photos. You want to work that in over top of your voiceover so that people can actually see what you're talking about. So when you have that cut, that split, that different type of thing, that is really going to help. So let's just assume, let's pretend I'm talking to another type of entrepreneur. Let's say someone's doing a cooking show and they are standing there talking about what they're doing and giving instructions. It would be cool to do like a close-up of you using the utensils to create things, or something going into the oven, or things like that. Anything that is B-roll that can make it look a little more high-end, a little more curated, that is really going to help you. Let's say you're a wedding photographer and you are doing the wedding. You are shooting the wedding and you want to do the toast. You're doing the toast, okay? So you've got that photograph of the groomsman giving the toast, and he's going on for a while, but it's really great words, really great speech. However, they do not necessarily want to stand there and watch the best man give a 4-minute speech, right? So add in some of those wedding graphics. You can show photos, you can show video, you can show the bride and groom doing things, you can show the bride and groom listening, you can show the cake, you can show the cake cutting stuff, you can show the candles, you can show the rings, all while the best man is speaking, and you're still kind of showing what is going on. You're giving that really great inspiring speech, but you've also got that B-roll in there to make it a little more entertaining, so it's not just the same screen all of the time, right? So B-roll is really, really important, and you do need to make sure that that is kind of worked in there. Does that have to be in there every time? No, absolutely not. You can absolutely do just a straight sit-down video like I am doing now, but you know, even watching this live video right here, this would kind of get boring if you're just seeing me all the time, so I frequently put up words and calls to action and things for you to be looking at in addition to listening to me speak and watching me and my amazing hat hang out here on this live broadcast. So adding these things in adds visual interest and keeps people's attention. So my next point, now that I've tossed it up there, vertical video. I am seeing people who are taking horizontal video and they're adding like a graphic to the top and to the bottom, and that's okay, but IGTV is specifically made for vertical video. This is a platform created for vertical content. So when you come into this space and you bring horizontal video and you bring these things, it just doesn't necessarily fit. It does make your video smaller. And yeah, you've got some space up top to write. You can do that sometimes, but I would not suggest doing that all the time. If you are creating these curated videos, maybe create a secondary set for your IGTV. Now, I'm not saying it's not okay to repurpose your content. It totally is. People want to see what you are putting out there, and of course you know the deal about putting things out at different times and in different ways and in different captions, but does that mean you have to use all the same video footage here that you're using over here? No. You do not have to have the same content on YouTube and Facebook and IGTV. It doesn't have to work that way. So I'm going to encourage you to focus mainly on vertical video. Film it with your phone, film it with your camera, and here's the deal. You can actually do this however you need to do this, and then create it as a vertical video. So import it into iMovie, switch it over. This is Mac-based. I don't know what the video editing things are over on PC. Sorry, guys. But take your video, put it in iMovie or whatever you're using, whatever program you're using, flip it so that it is sideways and weird and awkward. It's going to be weird and awkward. Export it, and then get it into QuickTime, and then rotate it so that it is vertical. This is actually how I have been doing a lot of my videos. I'll pop it into my iMovie, turn it sideways so that I'm literally on my side. It's really weird and awkward. It's really weird and awkward to put my overlays on it that way too. And then I'll export it, and I'll flip it in QuickTime, and then I will put it on IGTV. It works really well. Super easy, not hard to do at all. And I encourage you to use vertical video. So even if you're filming things horizontally, edit it again. Edit it again. It's okay. Just kind of flip your horizontal footage so that it's vertical and create it in that space. It might mean that you need to adjust things a little bit. You might have to kind of tinker with where things are located, because as horizontal video, you've got all this extra space, and your important thing might be over here, it might be over here, it might be here in the middle. You just kind of have to figure out what you need to tinker with and tweak just a little bit to make it work. But I would say take the extra 5 minutes and create a second video that is vertical for whatever it is that you're doing, and then add that to IGTV, because that is going to get more attention than having a tiny video with pictures below and above. Again, you can do it that way. That is okay. Sometimes you're not going to have time. Sometimes it's really going to be important to have what's in the horizontal version of this, but don't do that all the time. Use that when you need to, but then make sure that you are strategically and intentionally creating a lot of vertical up and down video for IGTV. It is so important you stay true to the platform. Just like you don't want to cross-post between Instagram and Facebook because it's not native to that particular platform and it doesn't work with that and it just kind of feels wrong, make sure you stick to what it is intended for, and that is vertical video. All right. So if you're loving this, if you're finding this helpful, go ahead, do me a favor, hit that share button, let your photographer friends or entrepreneur friends know, because we are trying to make the most out of IGTV today. We want to help bring your business to the forefront of wherever it is you're trying to get in front of. And IGTV is so essential to do that because it's a brand new platform. People are not putting videos on it but people are showing up to see what people are putting out there. So if you're taking advantage of this right now, if you are one of the few people using this and using this well, they are going to be all about your channel and they're going to stick with you. So take advantage of it now. And hey, P.S., now is the time to test. This is actually something I was going to say at the end, but guys, now is the time to test. It's okay to flub up right now because there's not a lot of people and they're not necessarily all these established rules and things that people expect. The expectations are that it's new and people are learning. So you actually have the opportunity to not only get in front of them, not only get their attention, not only be innovative, but also to test and to fail and to succeed and to make what you want succeed. So there's so much that you can do here. Now, moving on, the next thing you need to talk about is your thumbnail. And here's the deal. This is a pro tip. You need to know this. You can upload your video to IGTV from your phone. You are more limited from your phone. You can upload it from your desktop. And if you checked out last week's Tutorial Tuesday, we showed you exactly how to do that, how to upload your footage to IGTV from your desktop. It is so easy and you have more control. It's an amazing thing. Watch the tutorial, upload from your desktop. It helps. So the deal is you need a really great thumbnails. If you go into IGTV, which I'm not going to pull up right now because I've learned the hard way when I try to show my phone on the screen here. Oh, I know actually. I know what I can do. Surprise! Next time I'll have to rig it up so I can show you what's on screen right now. When you go to IGTV and you're searching through all of these things, you need a really great thumbnail because if you just have a weird screen grab, people are not necessarily going to take notice. If you just have something weird there, if there are specific things, and we're going to talk about that in just a second, if there are specific things, people are probably going to pass you over. But I have noticed that certain things get people's attention and get them to look at it. So here is the deal. I have noticed that bright colors get noticed more. Hey guys, thanks for showing up. I do appreciate you being here. Leave me a little bit of comment love. Do you have questions about IGTV? I'm here to answer your questions. I will tell you whatever I know. Today I'm breaking down everything I've learned in the last week about what is succeeding on IGTV. So as I was saying, bright colors get noticed more. So if you've got duller colors, people probably aren't going to care. You want pops of blue, pops of yellow, pops of red. You want things that are going to get their attention. You want really good lighting. Light and airy is going to get people's attention more than dark. Even in my own, and I have learned, guys, I've learned over the last week what is working in thumbnails and what is not. And once you post something, too bad, so sad, you cannot change it. It is there. So now I learned what is working and what is not working in my thumbnails, and you can see my progression as I'm changing what I'm doing. So what works as a thumbnail on YouTube, what works as a thumbnail on Facebook, is not necessarily going to translate as well to IGTV. As I scroll through the feed on my IGTV, I can see what attracts me, what is attracting people, what pops, what looks good. Curated thumbnails, professional looking thumbnails. Word overlays. Word overlays are a big deal. So if you have that, you have your title on there, you've added some words, you've added something fancy, some little designs, that is going to look more curated. If you need ideas for this, go to YouTube. I am so serious. Go to YouTube and start looking things up. Which thumbnails get your attention? It's the ones that are stylized, and it's the one with the words on it. It's the one with the designs on it. It's the ones that pop and introduce what is going on in that video to you. It is not just a picture of a person smiling. It is the ones that actually have curated words on it and look stylized. Think of it like a magazine. When you walk into the store and you look at a magazine, which ones are you going to go for? Are you just going to get something that kind of looks like a portrait and there's nothing on it? It doesn't really tell you a lot of the content. It's not drawing you in any way. Or are you going to get the one that's got the fun words and the fun colors and the overlays and the little star outlines and the heart outlines and the whatever? You got to make sure it stays with your brand, of course. And you want to feature your imagery, of course, but you got to make sure that you have those pops of color. This is something I've learned as an author and as a cover designer for books. Pops of color are important. So even if you have a dark-based color as your main color on your book cover or your thumbnail, make sure you have that pop of color. So a flare or bright colored words or like paint over the image but under the words to make them pop. Something that draws people in, some pop of color. And you know, as photographers, our eyes are always drawn to the lightest part of the image. That's something we know. People are drawn to the very bright green grass. People are drawn to whatever light color you are wearing. So if you've got a bride and groom, who's everyone looking at? The bride wearing white, of course. Light colors make it pop. Just a little pro tip I wasn't going to throw out there because I just came upon it right now, but that is important. Use word overlays, super important, and then make sure you are using a curated screen grab if that is something you're doing. So if you are putting up your imagery, so as a photographer, you may be showing off a photo that you've taken. Totally cool. If you are doing some kind of discussion, like you're sitting here talking like I am, you're going to want maybe a curated screen grab. Just make sure you take a nice picture of yourself talking, or you take a nice picture of whatever. Just make sure it's curated looking. It doesn't have to be great. You just don't want it to be looking like the first screen of your video. So sometimes you're going to get people like with their mouths open and like looking in weird directions, and it just kind of looks like they just took the first screen and just popped it up there. You don't want that. Make sure it looks curated. So make sure it looks like there's effort. Edit it a little bit. Put some words on it. Put a little flair on it. And P.S., guys, just in general, flares work really, really well. So if you have a title over it and then you use a flare brush and just tap it on there and make it glow a little bit, that's going to get people's attention. We should do a whole video on that. Maybe we'll do that. Somebody remind me of that. Make sure you are using a curated screen grab if that's what you are doing. Otherwise, make sure it's a curated image so that it looks really nice. And one more pro tip on this particular part of this, make sure you keep the bottom of your screen clean when it comes to your thumbnail. And it's also a decent idea for your video as well. It's not one that I've done yet because I just figured this out. But there is content at the bottom of the screen. So if you are on your actual video, I have actually put stuff on the bottom of my screen. I may leave it there, I may not. But when they are going into the browse section, it's actually got words over it. It might make it a little hard to read. On your thumbnail, they definitely put a chunk of words, your title and your description, on the bottom of the screen. So do not put any important content on the bottom of the screen. Keep it up top, above your head, in the headspace, over the shoulders, something like that, in the middle of the image. But do not put it on the bottom because it will cover up the words, and that is what you do not want to happen. You want to make sure that it is able to be seen and to be read, and people can easily understand what is going on there. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about, and we're wrapping it up here, if you have questions about IGTV, go ahead and leave those. If you're on the rebroadcast, I will create more videos for you guys. But I do want to get your questions answered about IGTV and what is currently working right now. I'm loving IGTV. It's super important for us to be using, and this is something that you need to be taking advantage of within your photography brand. So here's the deal. In addition to making it look curated and making it look high-end, I want you to be posting consistently. I want you to make sure that you are on a frequent basis training people to show up to your channel. So every single Tuesday, Tutorial Tuesday. Every single Friday, Ask a Photographer Friday. Whatever you're going to do, make sure you train them to show up. It does not have to be 3 times a week. It does not have to be 7 times a week. It could be once a week. Whatever you need to do, make sure you train them. And that does not mean you cannot post videos aside from that. You absolutely can. I do. But I want you to do at least one consistent thing a week. So pick a day and pick a type of topic and show up consistently every single time. So I have shows on IGTV on Sundays, on Tuesdays, and on Fridays. I've committed to that from the very get-go of this. I've committed to those 3 days. However, I put on other videos, and I will be putting on other videos. Again, it's like a week and a half old. So we are definitely working toward this, but I want you to consistently show up and train them. And in your videos, say, hey guys, it's Friday. It's Ask a Photographer Friday. I'm showing up every Friday to answer your questions. Here they are. And train them to know that they are definitely going to be showing up every single Friday to ask a photographer how to take better pictures of their kids, or how to get ready for their photo shoots, or how to shoot during the summer on their iPhones while their kids are at the pool. You're teaching them these different things, and I want you to be training them to show up, because when you teach them when you're going to be there, they will show up. It's a great thing. Now, another thing I want to point out is that I want you to be posting a lot, because like I said, right now, IGTV is an undersaturated market. People are not there to post. They are there to view. And if you are there to post, that means they're there to view you. The more you post, the better reputation you're going to get with them. So yeah, it's a lot of work. And no, I don't expect you to keep it up, but right now, at the very beginning of this, Honey, I want you to be posting, 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 posting. You as a photographer should have a backlog of videos. I hope that you do. If you don't, now's the time to start. Show off your behind the scenes of your photo shoots. Show off your in-person sales sessions. Show off the creations that you are doing for your clients' walls. Show off the wedding albums that you are doing. Show off what it is like to be a bride with you. Show off your makeover sessions. Do whatever you gotta do. I want you to show these off. Even if it's just to show off particular types of shoots and you're just doing a slideshow. I want you to create all of these videos, and I want you to then translate that over to IGTV. Remember what we talked about? Not everything should be vertical. That might mean you need to do a little bit of work. I said that wrong, horizontal. Not everything should be horizontal. It should be vertical. And you might mean you need to do a little bit of work to get it in shape to go over there. Doesn't mean you have to do it for everything, but I do want you to do it for the majority of things. So make sure you're working on it over there. Pick all your great vertical images. Create a slideshow. Do it behind the scenes. Talk about it. Do a voiceover. Lots of things you can be doing here, and I want you to be consistently putting them out there every few days just to get a really good channel on your IGTV, because that is something that lasts. Your IGTV channel does not go away. The videos here don't disappear like they do on Instagram Live or Instagram Stories. They are here. This is a consistent channel. So create that backlog and show that you are here showing up. And when you do, they will show up too. It's an amazing thing. I want you to be taking advantage of this new platform because, like I said, it's new. People are not posting, and people want to see what's happening. So when you are doing this, you are the one showing up. You are the one that they are watching, and you are the one that they are staying with. Yes, and amen to that. Now is the time to test, guys. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Because it's brand new, because not a lot of people are watching it yet. Well, they're watching it. They're not posting on it yet. Because not a lot of people are developing their channels on it yet, you have the opportunity to inform the industry on how this works. You get to choose what is shown and what is accepted in the photography industry as people are posting on IGTV. You get to do that because you are the industry leader. You are the one making the rules. You are the one blazing the trail. You get to decide. You get to tell people what you want to do. So if there's something you want to do, if you want to hack it a certain way, if you want something to be a consistent thing that other photographers are doing and people are trained to look for photographers, honey, now is your time. Jump in, do this, take advantage of this. Be a leader, be a trailblazer, decide what you want and test, because it's okay to fail and it's okay to succeed, and you get to inform what succeeds and what fails, and you get to see what's working without risking your business, without risking your marketing, without having this place where you could fall and it could destroy you, because everyone is figuring it out now. Every single one of us. So this is your time to try things, to test things, to fail and fall on your face. Do it now because you won't have that opportunity later. And then, of course, I wanted to just touch base with you just a little bit about what I've learned for editing your video after you're posted. So there's good news and there's bad news. You can edit it a little bit, but not like a lot. So like I said earlier, you can't change the thumbnail. Once you have the thumbnail up, too bad, so sad, you're done. So if you're finding things that aren't working, change them later. In your upcoming videos, you can't go back and change that. However, you can change your title and you can change your description. So if you go over to IGTV on the desktop, so it's Instagram.com, go to my tutorial Tuesday. I showed you the buttons where they're located. Go to your profile, go down to that center button, click on it, click on the video, click on edit the video. Then you can change your title and your description. You cannot change anything else about it. You can delete it and post it again, but you can't change anything else about it. So change title, change the description, totally fine. Changing thumbnail, not gonna work, unfortunately. So you've got to get it right the first time, or you just have to move on and get it right later on. Totally okay. So just be aware, some things you can tweak, some things you can't. So let me know, are you guys ready to try this? Are you excited for this? I am super excited for this. These are the things that I have found are working right now. I have tested this a lot in the last week and a half. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I am getting really great reactions to this. I'm getting a lot of views, and I'm noticing what is working and what is not, and what is trending within IGTV. Curated video works best, vertical, and make sure that you are taking the time to add in things like B-roll and other angles and different cuts and different takes and different things, because that is helping and it's making you look more professional and like you're taking more time. It's really great. I love IGTV. If you have questions about IGTV, go ahead and hit me up in those comments. I will happily get those answered for you as best I can. And I want to see what you're doing. So as you are trying IGTV, let me know. I will come check out your channel. I would love to follow you on social media and see what it is that you are doing so I can support you and get those views up, because the more views you get, the more Instagram's going to show it to people and the better your channel and platform are going to do over on Instagram. So let me know. I would love to hang out with you. I'm KM Robinson, social media marketing strategist and professional photographer here at KM Robinson Photography. And if you've got questions, if you've got comments, let me know. We will do more tutorials just like this. Thanks so much for joining me here every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. We are here bringing you the latest info about breaking social media news and what is and is not working for you as a photographer and entrepreneur in your businesses as you are marketing online. Come hang out with me at kmrobinsonphotography.com, where we have webinars and we have tutorials and we have trainings and we've got all sorts of things to help you succeed as a photographer. I want to raise up the industry by raising up each and every one of you, and I want to help you out. So guys, come check it out, kmrobinsonphotography.com. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got some really cool stuff going on, and we are talking all about Facebook Messenger bots right now. Those are chat bots. This is a way to automate your Facebook page, which is amazing and saves you so much time and energy and makes you look so much more professional to your clients and potential new clients to come hang out. We're doing all things Facebook and Instagram right now here on KM Robinson Photography. And of course, hit me up at KM Robinson Photography on all the social media platforms. I will see you over there. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you again next time. Until then, stay inspired. Bye-bye.